Entering settings screen, you have 18 options. Menu narration option is set to office selected.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one between the Buffalo Bills and the Denver Broncos. With that, we're off to the Rocky Mountains. Standing by in Denver, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, we are just west of downtown Denver off of I-25 at Empower Field at Mile High. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Buffalo Bills and the Denver Broncos. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Bills, they're hitting their stride of late, winners of 3 of their last 4. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Wait, set, 380. Mark, strip the ball. Strip that ball. 72.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Shotgun now for Brady. And that's caught by Beasley. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there?
Yeah.
Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing, he was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Yeldon. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards there, 1st down.
T.J. Yeldon's not afraid to drop a shoulder or run through some tackles, is he?
Not at all. I learned it in his high school days in Alabama, then, of course, stayed in state to play at Alabama. He could do that there.
And what I think is best about him, and when he's really on top of his game, when he's a little bit lighter, a little bit quicker, I think he's strong enough. He's compact enough to break those tackles, but I think he's at his best at a shiftier weight.
On second down, here's Yeldon. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
From the gun on third down, Brady. And the grab by Croft. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
20. Mark 47. Got to do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Brady now on first down. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
And he'll go down at the 28. It's a 6-yard pickup to get him back to the original line of scrimmage with third down coming up. Throwing is Brady on third down. He goes underneath for Yeldon. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. So now here are the Broncos for their first drive of the game. And their quarterback, well, everyone knows he's got height, standing at 6'6".
And this could be a whole lot of fun, because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section, where the columnists write possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? What? Who gave away the game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help them win.
2nd and 6. This is the tight end Fant. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. A give, running right, Lindsey. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Give them 14 on that one, and a first down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready? 30 base. Here we go. He's coming.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Philip Lindsey, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Broncos have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Maybe you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
He'll field this at the 5. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. Phillip Lindsay and the rest of the offense heading back out. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Lindsay. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tart. They'll try and run forward with Lindsay. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Hamilton. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Watch out. Leo!
Here's a give to Lindsay running right. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down.
Here we go.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 34. Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a give, right side. It's Lindsay, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
Go! Here we go again. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
They'll try to run with Lindsay, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Phillip Lindsay with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. And oh, it's blocked. And now the Bills have it. And he gets it past the 30, but not much further than that. And the extra point attempt snuffed down.
I know it's easy to kind of shrug off a blocked extra point, but this game is shaping up to be a tight one. The second half, this could prove crucial.
Yeah, we might look back on this one. We'll have to wait and see. Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Taking it about the 16. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play. So we're at halftime here. Well, I know we hold off on the halftime update after all. Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Do it.
Out there to start their next drive, Phillip Lindsay and the Broncos. And with the day he's having, as we look at some of these highlights, maybe he wants to duplicate this pregame meal next week.
Whatever it is, guaranteed he will ask for the exact same thing each and every week as long as he continues to run like that. Sometimes it's that simple, partner.
Yeah. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
On third down, here's Lindsay. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
2nd and 9 now. And he rifles one incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and now it's third down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. On third down, it's Lindsey, and he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
He'll try and throw for it here. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
Check 3, check 3. Check 52.
They'll run on first down. Lindsey, they're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So good coverage there defensively as it looks like they'll force a punt on this opening drive of the third.
Well, let's coach them up a little bit from right here in the booth. That's exactly what they needed to do. They need to start stringing together some stops, turning the ball over back to their offense, and trying to get back into this game.
Yeah, a couple scores down, but they can eat into that quickly with a nice drive here on the other side. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Derrick Henry. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. In on the tackle, the former All-Pro Chris Harris. Despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score.
And now a fumble. Brady loses the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Throwing on first down, Hamilton, and that is incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. Freeman again, a first down carry. Then they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
Looking to throw on second down. Hamilton. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth. Looking to throw. Hamilton. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Ready.
On fourth down, Hamilton. And no, it's incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just put it.
And the Broncos get there and take him down.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
To try again after the sack, Brady. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Brady's throw on third down there is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
To throw, it's Brady. And that is incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on fourth down. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Phillip Lindsay and the rest of the offense heading back out. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him, maybe the guys up front, combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
They'll run here with Lindsay. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
He
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
We'll see what his offense can do.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Brady, 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Brady. And he will find his man on the outside. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Let's go, baby.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Brady going to throw. And he finds Beasley complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. Now Brady. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Brady's saying let's go as he'll hustle into the line. Another try after the first down sack. Brady. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Cameron Meredith. His second touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Another run by Lindsey. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Check 37. Check 37. Look at me. Go. Kill. Snap.
On 3rd down, it's Lindsey. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. The win for the Broncos seemingly assured. They go down to a knee.
Set, ready? 60 outlaw. 2 times. Go.
Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance.